Hey everyone, welcome back to Brutal Reviews. Today we're looking at the Nesco Deluxe Food VS-12 Vacuum Sealer, 130 watts, compact, silver, and yeah, this one has a reputation. Now to be fair, this vacuum sealer does have some real positives. A lot of buyers say it's easy to set up, has a built-in bag storage area, a cutter, and when it actually works, it can produce a strong seal. Some users even like the double seal feature, and the controls feel simple enough. And here's the thing, this product has been reviewed by thousands online, so clearly a lot of people like it. But let's not pretend it's perfect, because according to users across the internet, about 12% of reviews are negative, and those people are not just a little disappointed, they are furious. So let's break down the 7 biggest issues people keep complaining about. Issue number 1. Weak suction power that leaves air inside. One of the most brutal complaints is that this machine simply doesn't suck the air out properly. A reviewer said it removes about 90% of the air, but still leaves enough air pockets for food to get freezer burn. And if you're sealing food for sous vide, forget it. Your bag might literally float because air is trapped inside. That's not a vacuum sealer. That's a bag closer with confidence issues. Issue number 2. Sealability is unreliable and fails later. Many users say the bag looks perfect at first, tight seal, good suction. Then days later they open the freezer and see a balloon bag full of air. One buyer said they lost food because the seal failed after storage, which is honestly the worst possible outcome. Because if your vacuum sealer doesn't hold the seal, it's basically a fancy plastic food spoiler. Issue number 3. Moist food turns this thing into a disaster. Multiple reviewers said the VS-12 struggles badly when sealing moist or juicy food. One user called out the machine for advertising that it can handle liquid, but instead it just shoots liquid out the sides and makes a mess inside the unit. So if you're sealing raw meat, marinated food, or anything with juice, congratulations, you're about to create a gross bacteria aquarium inside your machine. Issue number 4. Seal time is painfully slow and requires cooling breaks. One of the most insane complaints came from a user who contacted Nesco support. Support told them to let the machine cool for 2 full minutes between each seal. 2 minutes. So if you're doing bulk sealing, you might spend more time waiting than sealing. One reviewer calculated that sealing 12 bags could add nearly an hour to the process. At that point, just buy a freezer bag and cry into it. Issue number 5. Lifespan is shockingly short. This is where things get ugly. Some users reported their machine lasted 6 months, others said 1 year, and one person said their second unit was already failing after 2 months. That's not wear and tear. That's a product that's speed running its way to the landfill. For something that costs around $130, people expected durability, not a disposable appliance. Issue number 6. Design problems that make cleaning disgusting. A big complaint is that the drip tray is not removable, which makes cleaning extremely difficult. And if meat juice gets inside? Yeah, enjoy the smell. One reviewer said even after cleaning immediately, the unit still became a stinky nightmare, and liquid gets into foam seals that are hard to sanitize. That's not just annoying, that's a food safety issue. Issue number 7. Customer support and parts availability are frustrating. Several users described support as either useless or unresponsive. One buyer said Nesco refused to refund them, asked a bunch of questions, and gave them ridiculous advice. Another claimed the company ignored them even when the machine became a burn hazard. And one user said a gasket fails and replacement parts aren't even reliably in stock. So basically, when it breaks, you might be on your own. Which is awesome. Because nothing says premium kitchen appliance like expensive garbage with no backup plan. Final verdict: the Nesco VS-12 sounds amazing on paper. And yes, when it works, it can seal well and feels like a solid upgrade. But based on these reviews, the biggest problem is consistency. Too many buyers report weak suction, failed seals, slow sealing, messy liquid handling, and machines dying in months. So here's the brutal truth. Good features, unreliable performance, short lifespan, not worth the risk for the price. Verdict: skip it unless you love wasting food and money. Buy link is in the description.